Hello everyone, welcome to AJJ Engineering. Today let us discuss in detail about ferrous alloys. Under ferrous alloys we have 5 topics. Out of that 5, I will cover 2 topics today in this video. The remaining 3 topics will be covered through the upcoming videos. Okay, let us move to effect of alloying elements on steel properties. By definition, steel is a combination of iron and carbon. Steel is alloyed with various elements to improve physical properties and to produce special properties such as resistance to corrosion or heat, etc. Alloying is a changing chemical composition by adding elements with purpose to improve its properties as compared to the plain carbon steel. The properties which may be improved. 1. Stabilizing austenite. Increasing the temperature range in which austenite exists. Example, austenitic stainless steel, hard-filled steel, 1% carbon, 30% manganese and 1.2% chromium. 2. Stabilizing ferrite. Decreasing the temperature range in which austenitic exists. These elements lower the solubility of carbon in austenite, causing increase of amount of carbide in the steel. Example, transformer sheet steel, representative of silicon, iron, chromium alloy. 3. Carbide forming. Elements forming hard carbides in steels. The elements like chromium, tungsten, molybdenum, vanadium, titanium, niobium, zirconium form hard carbides, increasing steel hardness and strength. Example, hot work tool steels, high-speed steels. 4. Graphitizing. Decreasing stability of carbides, promoting their breaking and formation of free graphite. The following elements have graphitizing effect: silicon, nickel, cobalt, aluminium. 5. Decrease of the ectetoid concentration. The following elements lower ectetoid concentration of carbon: titanium, molybdenum, tungsten, silicon, chromium, nickel. 6. Increase of corrosion resistance. Aluminium, silicon and chromium form thin and strong oxide film on the steel surface, protecting it from chemical attacks. Alloying elements and its characteristics. 1. Carbon. The presence of carbon in iron is necessary to make steel. Carbon is essential to the formation of cementite and to the formation of perlite, pyridite, bayanite and iron carbon martensites, with martensite being the hardest of the microstructures and the structures sought after by knife makers. The hardness of steel is increased by the addition of more carbon up to about 0.65%. Wear resistance can be increased in amount up to about 1.5%. Beyond this amount, increase of carbon reduces toughness and increases brittleness. The steels of industrial knife makers generally contain between 0.5 to 1.5% of carbon. They are described as follows: low carbon steel, less than 0.4% of carbon; medium carbon, 0.4 to 0.6% of carbon; high carbon steel, 0.7 to 1.5% of carbon. 2. Manganese. Manganese slightly increase the strength of ferrite and also increase the hardness penetration of steel in the quench by decreasing the critical quenching speed. This also makes the steel more stable in the quench. Steels with manganese can be quenched in oil rather than water and therefore are less susceptible to cracking because of a reduction in the shock of quenching. Manganese is present in most commercially made steel. 3. Nickel. Nickel increases the strength of the ferrite, therefore increasing the strength of the steel. It is used in low alloy steels to increase toughness and hardenability. Nickel also tend to help reduce distortion and cracking during the quenching phase of heat treatment. 4. Chromium. As with manganese, chromium has a tendency to increase hardness penetration. This element has mainly interesting effects on steels. When 5% of chromium more is used in conjunction with manganese, the critical quenching speed is reduced to the point that the steel becomes air hardened. Chromium can also increase the toughness of steel as well as the wear resistance. Probably one of the most well-known effects of chromium on steel is the tendency to resist staining and corrosion. Steels with 14% or more chromium are referred to as stainless steel. 5. Tungsten. Used in small amount, tungsten combines with the free carbides in steel during heat treatment to produce high wear resistance with little or no loss of toughness. High amount combined with chromium gives a steel property known as red hardness. This means that the steel will not lose its working hardness at high temperature. An example of this would be tools designed to cut hard materials at high speed, where the friction between the tool and the material would generate high temperature. 6. Vanadium. Vanadium helps control grain growth during heat treatment. By inhibiting grain growth, it helps increase the toughness and strength of the steel. 7. Molybdenum. Molybdenum increases the hardness of penetration of steel, slows the critical quenching speed, and increases high temperature tensile strength. 8. Silicon. Silicon is used as a deoxidizer in manufacturing of steel. It slightly increases titanium. This element, when used in conjunction with boron, increases the effectiveness of the boron in the hardenability of steel. 10. Cobalt. Improves strength at high temperature and magnetic permeability. 11. Zirconium. Increases strength and limits grain sizes. 12. Boron. Boron can significantly increase the hardenability of steel without loss of ductility. Its effectiveness is most noticeable at lower carbon levels. The addition of boron is usually in very small amount, ranging from 0.0005 to 0.003%. Third in copper. The addition of copper in amounts of 0.2 to 0.5% primarily improves steel resistance to atmospheric corrosion. It should be noted that with respect to knife steels, copper has a detrimental effect to surface quality and to hot working behavior due to migration into the grain boundaries of the steels. 14. Aluminium. Deoxidizer limits austenitic grain growth. 15. Niobium. In low carbon alloy steels, niobium lowers the transition temperature and aids in a fine grain structure. Niobium retards tempering and can decrease the hardenability of steel because it forms very stable carbides. This can mean a reduction in the amount of carbon dissolved into the austenitic during heat treating.